6.5 months later, the January 6th riots will once again be front and center on Capitol Hill. A hearing begins tomorrow to investigate what happened. A panel filled mostly with Democrats will examine the events surrounding the attack.
Yeah, it was an attempt to halt the certification of the 2020 election results. About 800 people breached the Capitol building protesting the results. The shocking and to many horrifying events of January 6th, now with a formal congressional investigation. Members of the House of Representatives beginning hearings Tuesday. The panel was called by Speaker Nancy Pelosi, a Democrat. Republican leadership in the House claims the investigation will be biased and not credible, and openly criticizes the two Republicans who will serve on the panel, Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger.
Really? You could get the three.
Who was that? Adam and Liz? Aren't they kind of like Pelosi Republicans?
I'm an elected member of Congress. I'm a Republican. Kevin McCarthy is technically my Republican leader. And to call, members of Congress by childish names like Donald Trump used to do, I guess, is just kind of par for the course.
4 police officers will be the first to provide public testimony about what they experienced. The new chief of Capitol Police saying that he wants to ensure an attack like January 6th never happens again.
I'd be a fool to not be concerned about that. I mean, that obviously, the safety and security of the U.S. Capitol, the Congress, that legislative process, those are top priorities. And I'm absolutely concerned about all of those things.
So on the Democratic side and on the Republican side, there's going to be a continuing argument throughout this investigation as to whether this is about politics or whether this is about seeking the truth.
We spoke with News4JAX political analyst Rick Mullaney about the hearings for his perspective.
Everybody agrees this is a dark day in American history. Everybody agrees that they want to prevent it in the future. And everybody agrees they want to be supportive of the police, and they do want to understand what happened here. What they disagree on, however, is the potential politics involved.
House Republicans say no matter what the panel finds, it won't be viewed as credible because it's a partisan attack on former President Trump. President Biden said Friday that he thinks it's bizarre the GOP is minimizing what happened. News4JAX reached out to local lawmakers, including Congressman Al Lawson, who writes in part, "We need a comprehensive investigation into who organized the January 6th attack, who paid for it, and how it nearly succeeded in overthrowing a presidential election." The House had hoped that Congress would establish an independent, bipartisan 9/11 type commission, but Senate Republicans voted against the commission in the Senate. We also reached out to the offices of Representatives Buddy Carter, Michael Waltz, John Rutherford, and Kat Cammack as well.